From time to time, you may wish to adjust the amount you have invested in specific funds. This may be in reaction to changing market conditions, or your personal investment objectives and strategies may have changed. For whatever the reason, this is easy to do using fund-to-fund transfers. You can access the fund-to-fund transfer feature by clicking Transactions on the top menu, then selecting the Fund-to-Fund Transfer panel. You can also get to this function by choosing Fund-to-Fund Transfers on the Quick Link dropdown. When you launch fund-to-fund transfers, a new screen is displayed with transfer options on the left and a complete list of the funds you're currently invested in on the right. And this includes the fund name, the current balance, and the max sale amount. There are two ways to transfer funds: as a specific dollar amount or as a percentage of your current investment. The first option, dollar to dollar, allows you to choose the exact dollar amount you would like to transfer from a fund. First, we select the fund we will be transferring the funds from by clicking the button to the left of the name in the From Fund list. Making this selection does two things. The dollar value field to the right of the selected fund is now highlighted. You are able to enter the amount you wish to transfer out of the From Fund. Note that you can only work with one From Fund at a time. If you select a different fund in the list, any value you had previously entered in any other fund will be zeroed out, and the newly selected fund will now allow a dollar entry. When you selected the From Fund, a list of two funds was displayed. This list shows the available funds into which you can move the money, the current amount you have invested in those funds, if any, and a $2 field where you can enter the dollar amount you would like to move into that specific fund. You will also notice that certain funds have a Show button to the right of the name that, when clicked, display any fund restrictions. If you are currently subject to a restriction, your request to invest in that fund will be rejected and you will be notified. You can find more information on the restrictions in the Fund Prospectus, which you can access by clicking the fund name. You do not need to move the entire dollar amount into a single fund, but the total must equal the entire dollar value transferred out of the From Fund. As you enter values into the To Fund fields, the total amount transferred appears at the bottom of the column on the left. The value to the right is the total amount you are transferring out and was populated when the From Fund was selected and a dollar value entered. These must match exactly to submit your transfer. If you do not want to proceed with the transfer, click the Reset Entries button at the bottom right of the screen, and all entries for both the From and To funds will be reset to 0. When the out amount and the in amount match, the Submit button will become active. Clicking Submit will display the Confirm Transaction screen, where we can review our changes and make sure they are what we intended. If they are not, click Cancel and we return to the point we were right before clicking Submit. If the transfer is correct, we click Submit, and then on the next screen, we click Confirm. When your request has been successfully submitted, a transaction confirmation number will be displayed. You will also receive a confirmation email with a confirmation number as well. If instead of choosing a dollar amount to transfer, you would prefer to select a percentage of a current value, you can use the percent-to-percent option. Similar to the dollar-to-dollar transfer, you will first select the fund from which you would like to transfer funds. Then you will choose the percentage of the current balance to transfer out. With the dollar-to-dollar transfer, we needed to allocate a dollar amount that was exactly the same as the amount taken from the From Fund. For a percentage transfer, the total percent added to the two funds must always add up to 100%. This means that we always transfer in 100% of what was transferred out. For example, if we had a fund with $100 and we transferred 20% of that balance, that means we're transferring a total of $20. We now need to allocate 100% of that $20 to other funds. Once your allocations total 100%, the Submit button becomes available and the process will continue in the same way as the dollar-to-dollar transfer. When performing transfers, you will need to keep a few things in mind. Some fund companies may charge redemption fees on certain funds. Please read the fund's prospectus before investing so you will understand if there is a cost for a transfer. To review the current prospectus, click on the fund name. If the amount you transfer exceeds 90% of the fund's total value, the actual amount transferred may differ from the requested amount due to the effect of the current day's market fluctuations on the fund's value. A transaction is not considered to be complete until a confirmation number is generated and displayed. Take note of this number in case you have questions or concerns in the future. Your transaction and confirmation number can be viewed at any time by selecting the Account Info tab, then the Transaction History function. How to search your transaction history will be covered in a separate video. Transactions must be confirmed by close of business to be processed the same day. Close of business is typically 4 p.m. Eastern Time on business days. Transactions confirmed after close of business will be processed the following business day. Contact your plan administrator with any questions about your transaction or contact the Participant Service Center Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern at 1-800-716-3742.